5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 85th episode of the TTV podcast. I'm Mr.
Hooray.
I'm LJ.
I'm Ian.
And I'm Chris.
Yes, Chris has returned. His second guest host spot. And today, this is a good episode to guest in, I'd say. It's a shame nobody else is here, 'cause we've got a bunch of stuff to talk about. As far
It's
as
Christmas, baby.
it is almost, in fact, Christmas. Christmas time
Holidays
will soon
and
be here.
stuff.
Now, Ian, you said earlier before the recording that you hate Christmas. And I called you a Grinch. Why do you hate Christmas?
Why do you hate Christmas?
Man, it's all about putting up a 20-foot tall, stupid tree,
Oh, here we go.
meeting your relatives, and
Hang on, I can summarize everything he's about to say. Doing work.
so much work.
Ian, the lazy Grinch.
I'm a mean one, Mr.
You
Grinch.
should sing that later for the music segment. Anyway.
I'm a sleazy. Nah, I'm good.
Okay. Well, how's life and such been, everybody?
Interesting.
New job,
Cramped.
Another one?
games and stuff. Man, I feel swamped.
Hashtag living the Ian life.
I'm in a hotel room, so my life's been pretty cramped.
Oh no. Cramped.
Yep.
Well,
Man.
what about you, LJ?
It's been very, very interesting. I'm excited about something. Very, very, very excited about something, but I can't even talk about it.
But
If
why?
he told us, he'd have to kill us.
I can't talk about it because it's a secret. And
Because it involves another girl.
if I
Did you scare off another girl with your corn snake, LJ?
if if I mention it,
Nice one.
and people find out, it might get screwed up.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
See,
Alright,
it'll be like Spider-Man. If all the bad guys know Spider-Man's weakness, they'll use it against him.
no duh.
Yeah, I am Spider-Man. This has been established because I'm so witty. Wit.
So anyway, enough of the formalities and the life and such questions. Let's cut to the chase. We got big news, and we already made a video about this, but I feel it warrants being talked about here. It has been confirmed via someone that works at Advance, which is the company that handles a lot of the Bionicle promotion and the commercials and the story and whatnot, and the same for Hero Factory, that a new Lego Constraction theme will be launching in 2015. That's all we know. However, typically, what Lego does is when a new theme premieres, they will cancel the theme that, is preceding it. Like, Bionicle was
That
in it
is
since I made
horrible.
Hero Factory. A new theme's coming in 2015. Hero Factory may bite the dust.
Lego, I need my pink Hero Factory pieces.
You and what army?
I need my Bionicle again.
Well,
No, you want your brand name. You don't care what it actually is.
Dude, think of all the
Lego Friends
merchandise.
Ultra Build.
Shut up!
Think of all the cool stuff they can bring back. Like a third game.
hey,
Yeah.
But
yeah,
no, there's nothing to
exactly.
suggest that it is Bionicle. In fact, there's several things that suggest it is not. But we went into those in the video. However, all that we know is that there will be a new theme in 2015.
Think about it. Think about it. A third Bionicle Motunui game.
But Motunui's destroyed.
No,
He's just
they'll make it
taking
something
naps.
No, I
for
mean the
another
island is
eternity.
destroyed. It
I
would
know,
have to be
though.
something else. The Spherus Magna online game.
All right.
Solus Magna
all right.
online
deal with
game.
that.
No, not in fact Solus Magna.
I can deal with that. It's all good.
However, something I would like to get into rather than the actual contents of the, posting itself is that we have, obviously we knew when we made the video this was going to be a point of contention. This was fairly obvious. However, we have received a little bit of, I would call it negative feedback, but it's a bit more than that, and I'd like to address it
A little bit.
for just a little bit. Now, the specific feedback I'm referring to comes from Eurobricks. I don't know if there's any more elsewhere, but I'm guessing there is. Cough, cough.
Don't put it on BZ Power.
Yup, I'm not. However, I posted it. Well, I didn't post it. Someone else posted it in the Eurobricks topic where the news first broke, posted our video, and people were like, why did you post this? And they were like, oh, well, for the info within. And one guy was like, what info? All I see is a bunch of 20 minutes of speculation, and why'd you title it like that? You're just gonna stir up, controversies and cause fanboy wars. What are you doing? Why? Why? Why does this even warrant a video? And the obvious thing to say in response is, well, if you actually watched the video, you'd understand why it warrants a video. Because a lot of people are seeing the title and they seem to think that it is us saying that Bionicle is coming back and you should get excited. Whereas in reality, that is not what it was at all.
Everyone listen to us. We have final say here. We are the kings.
Yes, we are the
Just to let you know, Ian does not represent the entirety of the viewpoints of the Three Virtues podcast and affiliates.
Or guest stars.
Brothers, stand strong.
Ignore him.
Another guy says, and this one was a bit more critical, but he basically said that this video is the reason why he dislikes YouTube as a Lego community or news source. So many videos like this one contain a small snippet of factual information, if even that, and 20 to 30 minutes of speculation and rumor mongering. And all I have to say to that is, if you knew what it is that we do, you would understand. We're not one of those channels that puts out short, couple-minute videos with no commentary saying, this is the news, this is what it is. Insert reading what exactly it is with no additional elaboration. No, we made a name for ourselves by being a discussion channel. We report, but we also discuss. Our commentary, I would hope, is why people listen to us. I heavily doubt anyone comes to us as a news source, because the podcast obviously is recorded one day a week, a couple days after news typically breaks. If anybody actually says, let's watch the Three Virtues to see all the latest news, you're doing it wrong. You watch us for our entertaining commentary about decent subjects.
Because you all love us. Admit it.
If that commentary sometimes branches into the realms of speculation, so be it. Now, it's not as if that video was just us throwing out every single possibility and seeing what sticks and trying to get people riled up. We presented logical arguments from each perspective and argued why either one could be right as far as, is it Bionicle, is it not, is your factory canceled, is it not, what is this theme? Because we knew when we made the video that would automatically be the topic of discussion, so we tried to kind of take a preemptive strike. And thankfully, for the most part, people get it. I'm not seeing many negative comments. However, I've seen a couple. briefly address that. So steer it back on track a little bit. Chris, do you hope it's Bionicle, or would you rather it be something new?
I kind of want like a new story for if it is Bionicle, like something that takes place way after like all the old characters have died. But if it's not Bionicle, I don't care as long as the parts don't snap after I take them apart.
Ha, yep.
Nope. I want something way before.
What, you want a Bionicle prequel?
Yes, I want something way. Matanui, how he got started. The
Boneheads of
expanse
Voodoo Island.
How he got started. You mean you want a line about the great beings building a robot?
I want to know his story, his inception, if you will.
We know his story and his
What?
inception already. Yeah,
No. Like the quest getting there, you know, the whole jazz.
there wasn't a quest. Ian, do you know how Matanui was made?
What? Am I missing something?
Matanui was made, correct me if I'm wrong, LJ, by the great beings on a planet named Spherus Magna with little to no adventure or quests. They just kind of built a robot and
Adventure
consciousness
time.
into
Alright,
it.
so what about the other guys? What about those other great beings? Let's
What
talk
other
more about them.
guys?
Ian,
Said he
have
was
you
built.
ever heard of something called the Matanui Saga?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
My goodness gracious. I'm gonna link something to you, Ian,
Okay, good.
and you should just like go through it.
I'm way
At
behind.
a time, others
I know.
because there's audio, but yes, it's an internet.
Well, no. I just linked them via the one page.
Ah, okay.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
it work.
cut that part out.
No, this is funny.
No, we need to
you
let
want the story of the other guys.
we need
Yeah,
our
the story
fans.
of the other guys.
We need our fans to know how uninformed you are.
Well, what about Makuta? Where the heck? did he
Makuta
come
were created by the great beings so that way they could advise the
Alright,
lives
there you go.
of the
Great
Matorans.
beings.
Yeah,
Implying there's
look, here we go.
multiple.
Long ago, the world of Spherus Magna was prosperous and serene.
Oh god.
But the discovery of a powerful energy source at the core of the planet turned its people
Please
against
don't.
one another. Warriors
And then
fought
the
on
elemental
different
lords
sides
acted like 2-year-olds.
until the stresses of battle nearly tore the planet apart. Wise but
It's not sure
fallible
the
great beings constructed a giant robot, but the power source was unstable, and an explosion scattered parts of the metal giant across the face of the planet.
And then the Agori lived with them.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here we go, Ian. Learning
These
from their
tiny
mistakes,
snippets of a
the
story.
great
I want
beings
something
desperately constructed a new, larger robot. This machine was infused with an intelligence and mission to learn about the universe, and thus I awoke as the intellect of a giant robot.
Alright, let's go with that. How about the whole universe? There's plenty of things you can do.
Probably,
In that
yeah, but at that
gigantic
point,
scope.
if it has nothing to do with, like, Bionicle we know, and we're just, like, playing the roles of great beings, it may as well be a new line. Because the great beings aren't established characters, bar, like, 2 of them. They're just vague people.
See, we don't know anything about them. Let's enhance the story.
I
I don't see why not.
that would be fine. I would have no issue.
Fill in the gaps in the beginning. Like Star Wars.
Oh no.
Only not as bad.
Bionicle Wars.
I love it.
The Bionicle Wars.
Yup.
Bionic hippies of war.
Yup. But
See?
no.
There's
Unless
room for
anyone has
so
any extra
much.
comments about the 2015 theme, we'll go ahead and move on.
LJ Onicle. Alright, let's move on.
Okay. So Ninjago rebooted. Let's talk about that for a second. So we're already
We're
getting
gonna jump up, kick back, whip around. Okay, anyway, go on.
we're already getting
We get the character's hair.
Yep.
That was
We finally
established.
hit Kai's spiky hair.
Because we are already getting requests. Do the episode coverages. Why aren't you doing the episode coverages? Well, the episodes may be out in Canada, but for those of us that aren't in Canada, You know?
Bikini.
You can't exactly watch them. Someone posted them in incredibly low quality, like they recorded their screen with a camera and it's like shaky cam and barely see anything. So I don't really want to watch
And I'd
that
be able,
and do a coverage
These
on it.
losers can't bootleg.
I would be able to do a coverage if I understood Italian.
Yeah.
Papa
So,
Americano.
you know, we'll wait. We'll wait until we could actually see it in good quality. Now, I would have figured someone would have, recorded it online already in the same vein that Chima was, but I guess not. So it's just a waiting game at this stage. We'll review it when we can. If any of you just can't wait and you have to see it in low quality, you can just, search it up. There's plenty of people that have uploaded it and re-uploaded it by now. But I am going to wait, for I would like my experience to be the best it can possibly be. Just wanted to add that quick addendum in there. Now, it is my understanding that it comes out in January in the US, so look forward to it then. And now, we'll move on to the next actual bit of discussion. The Lego Cuusoo policy update. Talk about that for a few minutes. So you guys,
I've seen both types of feedback on this. Most of it is good feedback, though.
I would imagine some people would be displeased. However,
Yeah, because everyone wants their one project to be turned into a whole Lego line, but we all know that's not gonna happen unless it's like Minecraft.
Pantera!
no. So,
No!
here are the new highlights to Cuusoo's rules. Brick-based construction toy projects only. So not new parts, software, websites, apps, or non-Lego brick-based products like backpacks or mugs. That should have been obvious. One project, one Lego set. Not a series of products should be suggested. No minifigure series or battle packs. Only use authentic Lego parts. No company logos or team mascots. That's a big one. Because there have been a history on Cuusoo of people doing stuff for both those categories. Like just recently there was the Android bug. And then before that it was Purdue Pete. That was a big source of controversy. And then finally, please don't use our logos. You may not use the Lego logo. So, hey.
Or any other logos.
Yeah, to endorse the thing. And
so that means no mini strip malls.
Yep.
With like McDonald's.
And then
or scale model of Walmart.
They mention Minecraft and they say how unlikely it is for anything like what happened in Minecraft to happen again for a Cuusoo theme because it's so rare. And that's pretty much all of interest. So hopefully this will make Cuusoo be a little more streamlined in the future. What do you guys think of these changes? Positive, negative,
I like
thumbs up,
them.
thumbs down? You like them?
Yeah,
Yep.
I think they're good. A necessary change. But they should have specifically went out and said no Pantera sets.
Well, I don't know about that. It's fine, so long as it's not marketed as a BBB thing.
Nope.
So you mentioned that there was some negative feedback that you saw. Chris, what do people not like? Some of that stuff?
Yeah, it was mainly most of the Bring Back Bionicle crowd.
I don't see how any of that affects them.
Oh, I just miss the old days.
What were the old days?
2001.
What happened in 2001? Bionicle?
Yes.
What does that have to do with Cuusoo?
I don't know. I'm just thinking.
You don't want Cuusoo to exist? You just want to go back in time?
Nah, I'm good.
He's reminiscing in his own little world right now, so we must leave him alone.
Oh,
Nostalgia, baby. That's where it's at.
Oh, it's gonna get even more nostalgia-y.
why?
Nostalgic, you mean?
Shh. shall all see.
Alright. Well, we're breezing through this. I had hoped to talk about this more, but that's fine, because we've still got a ton of stuff.
Sorry to burst your bubble.
The Lego Movie. The game. Trailer. I watched this thing, and the first thing I thought was, why is half of this trailer movie footage?
Yeah.
This has to be the most accurate game I've ever seen.
I know, right? Because, like, you look at the game and it looks lackluster, but I probably wouldn't say it looked lackluster if they didn't put it, like, side by side to, like, the movie.
Yeah.
Like the Lord of the Rings one, where they took audio bits from the movie,
Yeah,
put it into the video.
that was neat. But I bet this
Yeah,
one
sure.
will just be
It's
like
like-
any other game.
Telling yourself that.
You should get it, Eldra.
Okay. I should not get it.
I was just rewatching it and they have like some of the construction workers like doing Dance Dance Revolution at one
You're
part.
right. I should not.
You should play it and get a capture
Nah.
card and make an LP.
Nah.
I think it'd be funny.
Nah.
When was the last time you played like a retail Lego game?
Bionicle
Go.
Heroes.
Wow, still,
Oh jeez.
it's been so long.
One
sucker.
One
Bionicle
Lego.
Heroes for the GBA.
One Lego game I'd like to get would be Marvel Heroes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seems good.
Seems great.
Want Project Spark.
That game also looks pretty great.
Think about it. We could ditch the whole Minecraft setup and go with Project Spark for our little projects.
Hey, that's about die. So,
Would be intriguing.
Bionic Spark Chronicles.
Yup.
Spark.
Spark. I would imagine it's going to be restricted in some way, though.
What? No.
Yes. Alright,
Well, how? Because the only way I've
how?
seen from
I'm just saying.
thousands of video hours. Okay, maybe not that much.
So I guess I can
But-
mention this right now because that's pretty much enough of the Lego movie. However, I would like to ask one thing. LJ, do you still plan on going to see the Lego movie in theaters?
I would hope to.
I don't even know when it's coming out.
It's coming out like January 7th.
Oh, wow.
Right around the corner? Jeez.
It's January, February 7th. Let me go check.
Okay.
Either way, I can't wait to see it.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was February.
Especially because where I live, movie tickets are only $5 a person.
They're $5 on
Okay.
Tuesdays
Where
for
you
me.
come from? They're $10.
What?
They're $5
No.
on every Tuesday for me.
Well, that's a casino matinee showing.
Yeah. Which is what
February 7th.
Okay.
Ah,
Well, that's-
see now I'm not surprised.
I may very well go see it as well. And I would like to do a TTV coverage of it because I feel it is important.
Yep. And I cannot believe this.
Huh.
They have yet another DC superhero who will be in the movie.
Ugh.
Oh, really?
Green-
Is it Green Lantern?
Green Lantern. Yeah, it's Green Lantern.
Yeah.
So they have Batman, Superman.
The
Wonder
green
Woman?
with the magical bling? No way.
And Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Wow.
So
Superhero overload. Where's Mom?
Why not bring the whole gang in for a Justice League movie?
I think
Ah.
that's what they're gonna do.
We
Like,
could
have-
use that.
Gotta have Aquaman and Flash.
I'm regretting this.
Go on.
Gotta get that Aquaman.
Gotta get that putz with loser powers. Yay.
Aw. But Ian, he's great in
No, I'm
Injustice.
just kidding.
Anyway,
I'm just kidding. Show respect.
so the next
Big
thing
man of-
I guess I could mention is BrickFair, Alabama. One reason why I'm mentioning this is because I'm likely going to be sending something into it.
Ugh.
So am I.
I want that prototype part.
So do I.
Yeah. Are you making a
I'm
card
sending something to
themed
all the conventions.
mock?
Hmm?
I don't know. I'm out.
Chris, is your mock Cardanui themed?
Yes, it is.
Excellent. Thumbs up. So that's going to be interesting. I could theoretically go, because, you know, Alabama, that's fairly close.
Sweet
However,
home.
I have no real care to if I can get a prototype part by sending something in. You know what I mean? Which would be
Yeah.
just me. My drive is minimal.
Yeah, I mainly want the poly bags.
Wow.
Poly bags?
Yeah, they're doing poly bag giveaways now.
Yeah, like, this is the thing. It's not just a prototype part. If you do the Cardanui theme, you get a prototype part. If your mocks appear at 1 or more events, you get a 2001 Kanoe mask. 2 or more, you get a proto boost. 3 or more, you get a Bionicle polybag. 4 or more, you get a custom rank title. 5 or more, you get a free 6-month Premier membership. And then they have raffles too for each one. For each convention yours are at, you get a raffle ticket and whatnot, and they're raffling off a bunch of Bionicle sets.
So, wait. What is so special about these polybags?
There's literally nothing special about them. It's probably just gonna be
They're just
good guy,
rare.
bad guy, stupid
That's it?
stuff. Yeah, there's no other Bionicle polybags.
Yeah, there are. There's Fiku.
I guess that's
Oh.
true.
Gosh dang it, you can just get that off eBay.
Gotta get that Fiku. But no, I
Gotta
don't really
get
have to
that,
really
don't
care
make me.
for the polybags. But I'm interested in the raffles and
Mm.
prototypes.
I guess.
You don't sound enthused.
I'm not enthused.
You don't want a prototype part?
Not. It's not really something that's high on my agenda.
Yeah,
But
maybe coming though soon.
yeah, I will attempt to
Yeah, LJ, I
Pro-
tried to make a deal with you about my prototype, and then you said nope. And then you saw what I used it in, and you
Your
said I'm gonna.
prototype was a what? You like painted a mask purple.
No, it's a milky white solid mask.
Oh, that Miru thing. Yeah. I
Alright.
don't need it.
Well, that's that. If you guys are like some of our fans, you may not know that that stuff's going on at BrickFair, Alabama, or that BGP even does that. But a link will be in the description, and if you'd be interested in getting some cool stuff,
Yeah.
that may be something you want to
Just
do.
a heads up, you've gotta be a BZ Power member to view the topic.
Yeah. So, make that account. But no, I guess, really, I guess we can just quickly mention this. BZP has a Q&A contest, and
The second one.
I don't really know how that even works. I haven't looked at
you
it. How
ask
does this work?
questions and staff answer them. There have been quite a few witty ones.
I see.
Actually.
So what, it's just like the wittiest, the best questions win?
I guess.
What are the prizes?
That's a good question. They don't say.
What the heck? Welp. Hey, you know, slightly less interesting than BrickFair, but if you want to take part, go take part.
Hey, you gotta do what
Again, you
gotta
have
do.
to be a member.
Yeah, which you really should be a member of BZP. Anyway, but if you're not, there's perks. And then while we're on the
Okay,
subject of
so
BZP stuff,
actually,
I'll quickly
yeah,
mention this here.
These are the prizes. It says prizes are to be determined, but they should be awesome. Maybe autographed selfies. Haha, no, your job's gonna get free Lego stuff.
Wow, stuff.
You know, ignore what Messel just said. There are no perks to being a BZ Power member.
But there
The
are.
place is stupid.
I, just the other day, won one of their raffles by complete chance.
Is that a perk, Messel?
Yeah,
Is it?
it is.
Is it? Is it really?
It's like a double perk, because for me, the only reason
Sure.
why I won that particular raffle was because I'm a Premier member and was able to enter the Premier raffle, which fewer people are able to do, of course, which increased my
Besides,
chances.
LJ, all the raffle tickets are a specific price, whereas if you go to eBay, you've got to keep raising the bid.
No, you don't. Buy it now.
Yeah.
I know eBay. My eBay skills will be coming in handy.
So anyway, yes.
I'm not even gonna say anything.
Just said I want Mr. Samurai mech from Ninjago, and it's pretty shui.
Nice.
I will get it hopefully soon. And that is a lesson to all of you. It never hurts to try for stuff. You may get lucky.
It hurts.
If it's free, take it.
Mm-hmm. And
General
now
guideline to life.
we shall move on to the final bit of news for today. And this is a big one. And it's something which is a departure from what we normally talk about, but I feel it should be mentioned because it's an ongoing issue. The YouTube copyright apocalypse, as I'm dubbing
Stupid YouTube. Ah,
it.
if I could swear, I would say everything I have to say right now, but I can't.
Nope.
Because there's
I
children
appreciate your restraint. So, the short version is this. It's really not a convoluted issue, but it is that YouTube recently instated a new content ID matching system, which mainly is affecting the gaming community, but it is cross-site. Like, we were hit with a couple of them on some of our older TTV episodes.
around. Not just gaming, music.
Well, yeah,
Music as well.
most of
Music's
the
the whole reason why.
most of the content IDs are in fact from music, and background music and soundtracks, and it is the recording companies who are really making a fuss about this. A lot of the game developers have come out and said, you know, we do not support this. However, it is a sweeping wave of changes which has been hitting YouTube over the past weeks, ruining many of the popular channels that do that, you know, do YouTube for a living. They're basically no longer able to do that.
It's like literally all the ones that even are legitimate companies that are just going out of the way to review games or movies
Or toys.
Well,
toys.
yeah.
Yeah, anything. Like one of my favorite Rev games, or Rev 3. And I don't even know how they're gonna get hit by this. How about Machinima? What about them? They're all about video game content.
To my knowledge, they're probably going to get affected, and I've heard news that the networks signing up for a network will no longer protect you from stuff. Its perks are being reduced. So basically, YouTube is just, it's been getting pummeled the last week. Hitting itself, shooting itself, etc. However you want to look at it. It's been terrible, just being a bystander. And I follow quite a lot of YouTubers who coincidentally this affects the most. So it's not like just one or two people in my subs box making videos about it. It's like everyone. So I felt it should be mentioned. YouTube has sunk quite low.
I wanna swear so badly because I hate these guys.
Yep.
But
You're
I can't do
expressing
it.
your anger.
I hate them so.
Don't worry, Ian. Punch a pillow.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna take a baseball bat to someone.
But no,
Or
like
something.
first the recent Google Plus merge, and they ruined the comments section and made it harder to interact with you guys. And now this, ruining people's livelihoods and disrupting major channels. This has to stop. And Ian and I were just talking earlier about the chance of a new site about to act as a replacement. So what the heck is that? Chris?
Hold on.
You doing alright there, Chris, buddy?
Yeah, it's just my dog.
Wow.
You mind
He did it, yeah. So,
stopping her?
I just
There we
felt like mentioning.
Think about it. Any site. It doesn't matter. It could be even a previous one.
It does, in fact, kind of matter.
Okay, there we go.
The only reason YouTube is as successful as it is and has as many servers as it is and runs as well as it does is because it's owned by Google and they have the money. Nobody else has that.
And they just bought a military-grade robot company.
Really.
Yeah.
That's just fantastic.
Well, they're gonna force people to go on Google Plus.
Yep.
Where they get a robot.
Pretty much. And it angers me
Yep.
greatly.
T1000. Oh god.
It probably angers me more than anyone else here.
Probably,
Uh,
but no.
I.
It's
so
been a
much.
wave of unfortunate circumstances. So just stay informed about the issue if you care at all. Keep following it, because it's only going to get worse, from what I've heard.
You know, I think at this point it would just be reasonable to do a super wide scale protest. I'm pretty sure that would work this time.
Would it?
And if it didn't, well, Google's.
Everyone post a video. Google Black Day.
Ha.
Just get a picture of a executive on Google board and throw darts at it. That's
Wow.
the day.
Meso,
Yes.
really quickly, could you check that guy's LinkedIn?
Okay.
I'm hearing rumor that instead of it says that story and communication for new Lego theme launching 2014.
I already told you they
my.
took that the listing off, remember?
Yeah,
They changed it to a new Lego theme rather than a new Lego theme in 2015. Because remember, that's why I posted the initial Eurobricks topic, because it was quoted while it was still up, the exact wording.
yeah,
And if you want, I can give you a link to that.
it's fine. It's fine. All right, I was just covering all my bases.
Yeah. But no, I would say that pretty much wraps it up for today's news. Honestly. Now, Ian, I think that you should sing a song.
No.
But why?
I just woke up, dude.
Aw, you're gonna do this to us again.
Give me a second. I had so many lined up.
Just sing the Grinch.
I can't even remember how that went, and we were
Me
blasting
one.
that music in the office.
So good.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. I can't even remember the lyrics.
That's a song.
Thank you for that, LJ. That's much appreciated. I guess that can suffice.
You're
So-
as snidely as whales of damn it, I can't do it. If I just had the lyrics right in my face, I could do it.
That's,
Google. You must consult the Google.
And we're done here.
Yeah.
So,
I think we can go with that for this week. Chris, do you have any last comments you'd like to make?
Nope.
Okay, then. So I would like to thank all of you for listening to this episode of the GTV podcast and the lols and the info contained within. Please be sure to like. Okay, fine. Finish the first verse.
Alright. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch.
Yes.
You're
You
a
are-
black banana with
you
a
are-
greasy black.
You are, in fact, the Grinch of TTV's Christmas. So,
What? I
Yes.
thought I was everyone's little friend.
you said you hated Christmas, and I asked
Oh, I don't hate
why, and you
Christmas.
said, 'cause Christmas trees.
No, I just hate doing work on Christmas.
That's... Anyway. Thank you for
Come on,
listening.
baby.
Please be sure to like, favorite, rate, comment, subscribe, and
Tweet 'em.
celebrate
Subscribe to
the
me, too.
Christmas cheer that will be happening in like a week and a half, because it is
Go
the
out.
14th as of the day of this recording. It's 11 more days. And
Stop.
yeah, thank you for listening. I'm Messna.
I'm LJ.
I mean,
And I'm Chris.
And that's a dying dog in the background. Then we shall
Not
see you all
dying.
next time.
and you say I'm the one who's the Grinch.
Goodbye.
That guy's
all.
the one ruining everything.
Adios.